Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So this is probably going to be a long unedited video, just to throw that out there beforehand. I haven't done a video in over a month, and that's because I started testing for the FAR exam. Like, I had to buckle down and study for 3 weeks of just studying, like day in, day out, long hours. And so this is post exam, but before I get my results. So I have no idea if I passed or failed. I was shocked by a few different things on the FAR exam. So if you're interested in that, just keep watching. Yeah, so let's kind of get into it. So what I do after I get done with an exam is I write down all of my task-based simulation questions, like not anything specific, just like this one was on this topic, this one was on that topic, and I write down all of them just because I always assume that I'm gonna have to retake it. Like, I want to prepare just in case, and then I kind of go over the multiple choice in my mind and say, okay, I probably had 3 questions on framework or, something like that. So that's literally what I wrote down. And I should get my result in like 2 or 3 days or something like that. So I've had 3 weeks of basically doing nothing, like not looking at any of the material, not doing any videos on accounting, just to kind of reset, because I don't want to go into studying for my next exam until I know I've passed this one, because I know I will brain dump a lot of this information, and I don't want to do that to myself. I feel like that'll make it harder for me. And I don't want to continue studying for the FAR exam because I don't know if I've passed or failed. So I just wanted to take a nice, long, decent break. So I can't exactly say anything much about what is actually on the FAR exam, but I can say that there were a few things that shocked me. So I have a large book that I'm sure all of you do, regardless of whatever review program that you're using. And let's just say it has 30 chapters. So out of that 30 chapters, I felt like only 5 chapters were tested. So whatever review course you're using, if they say, oh, pay attention to this, section, because this is specific to the FAR exam, that is a giant clue. So, I don't want to say too much because I'm not trying to get myself in trouble here, but I was kind of upset that it was only on what I felt like was 5 chapters, because I did study for, all 30 chapters, and it's not like I didn't pay attention to those 5, but they got just as much as attention as any other chapter. And it's like, if you are doing all 30 chapters, it's going to be kind of like skimming a little bit off the top of, like, how in-depth the question is going to be, versus if you are focusing and drilling on 5 chapters, you've got to know them inside and out, backwards, forwards, every single exception. And it's just like, oh my gosh. So I don't know if I passed or failed. The task-based simulations, I ran out of time, like on the first one kind of thing. In my mind, I ran out of time. I think I was on like 25 or 30 minutes on this one, and it was probably a like testing question, like a one that wasn't actually going to be counted anyway. So I rushed through the next one. I barely even read it, just to put answers down, because I felt so panicked at that point that I was going to run out of time, and I was like, I need to focus on the ones that I know I can do. So I kind of put myself back by that. But I think the other like 6 of them I did really, really good. So I don't know if I passed or failed. It's totally like up in the air. The multiple choice was kind of all over the board. That was definitely on those main 5 chapters that I have in my mind, and then the other I would say there was, okay, for multiple choice, you have like 66 multiple choice. I would say that 30 of them were on those 5 chapters that I keep talking about. And then the other, 30 were on, a mix spread across the board. But the same 5 chapters that were tested in the multiple choice that I felt like were sticking out in my mind, those are the ones that the task-based simulations were on. I was shocked. I didn't see anything on a lot of chapters. I didn't see a single question on a lot of the chapters. And I was like, you work so hard to study those and then they're not tested, and it's like, I don't know, like A for effort on learning them, but I don't know, I was kind of upset by that because, I want to show what I do know, and to not have it on there is kind of like bummed out a little bit, I guess. And for the fact that if you're drilling down on 5 chapters in depth, then, it's not really whatever. So if y'all are testing for the FAR exam, good luck. Definitely pick up on those keywords when you review whatever review course that you're using to see which ones they're like, oh, this one for sure, this one. You probably already know what 5 chapters I'm talking about if you've been studying for a bit. Well, have a great day. Thanks for watching.